it was real romantic when my husband proposed to me, too, because he came over and I was sleeping. And...
Can't look down on the farts too much. Apparently it led to our wedding, which I was not aware of. But the couple's dinner one night, and one of the wives asked my wife, because there's always that moment where, like, a woman's dating somebody, and they stop looking at him as the boyfriend, and, like, this could be the guy that I'm going to marry, you know? And they asked my wife, like, when that moment was for her, and she goes, well, that's easy. We've been dating for 4 months. I took her to my best friend's wedding in Des Moines. And without any prompting or anything, he just stood up in a bus full of people and took credit for my fart. And I was like, I'm marrying that SOB tomorrow. And I was like... I didn't realize it had that much of an impact. It was such a silly story. We were like going from the ceremony to the reception. We're in this big bus with everybody. And all I knew was that the fart started in the back of the bus. That's all I knew. Because I was just enjoying the moment of watching it kind of roll up the bus and hit people row by row. They were so caught off guard. They were like, what a beautiful set. What is that? Oh, no. And then it got to the groom, and he was so mad. He was like, who did this? Who would have done such a thing? The windows don't roll down. And I was laughing so hard. And I turned to enjoy the moment with my wife, and her face is in her hands, and it's beet red, and I went, oh, no. You took this whole bus down. Yowzer. But I could tell she was embarrassed, so I just stood up, and I was like, that was me. Boom. The reception was awkward. They just kept pointing me out there, like, there he is. Made it a gas chamber.
That's a nice way to propose. It was real romantic when my husband proposed to me, too, because he came over and I was sleeping. And he goes, get up, we're leaving in 15 minutes. It's like, oh no, he must need me to help him lift a couch or something. You know? So I go out to his truck, and I look at it. There's no couch in there. I get in. There's a real nice piece of cheese on the seat. No cooler, nothing else, just a piece of cheese. And I got very suspicious, because we never buy cheeses with words from other languages in it, you know? Yeah, Sargento. So I'm nervous already. And we take off going down the highway, and he pulls over at a rest stop. You know where this is going. Yeah, because ever since I've been a little girl, I've been like, please, God, please let somebody ask me to marry him at a rest stop, God. Please. And please let it be just a little bit after Labor Day so that all the porta potties are overflowing. Because smell is the strongest memory sense. And you'll never forget that. Oh, you won't ever. You'll remember the day. And so that's how it happened. And then we had our wedding cost about $70, including cleanup fees, because we saved all our money for what we thought would be a good idea. So let me pass this on to you. It's not a good idea. We went on a 3-week honeymoon. Yeah, 3 weeks together. Like, that's 21 days together. Like, I love you, but not all in a row.
My wife, we've been married for a couple of years. It's very nice. I like being married. I wouldn't want to be single. It looks awful out there. I don't know how you do it. Everyone just has to smile a lot. I like being married because I get to be honest. We know each other, you know? We know each other, but when you're single, you always have to be on your best behavior because you don't know who's coming around the corner. It could be your soulmate just coming around the corner. You can't be all down in the dumps. You gotta be like, hi! I don't like that. I just like to be myself. So I enjoy being married. I cried at my wedding. I don't know if that's a shocker for the cat man. It wasn't my fault that I cried. I'm not going to blame me. I'm going to blame my wife, because that's the easy thing to do. I'm going to say it was her fault, because the day before we're doing the walkthroughs, the rehearsals and stuff, and while we're standing up at the altar, she turns to me and she goes, "Hey, take this seriously tomorrow." And I go, "Yeah? Okay, yeah." She's like, "No, really, I don't want you hamming it up thinking you're at one of your comedy shows. This is serious. There's 15 grand on the line. Don't mess this up." Who are you? But I don't want to mess it up for my wife, so the next day I'm standing there, I'm very serious. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then, at that moment, I realized that everyone that was important in my life was sitting there, all dressed up for this big day. They came, and then my wife starts walking down the aisle, and she's gorgeous, and her father's walking her down the aisle, and he looks the way he does. There's a guy off to the side playing acoustic guitar as they're coming down, and he's not playing Metallica riffs or something hard. He's playing Butterfly Kissy coffee shop music. And all of that tornadoed into a thing, and at that moment I realized I've been using comedy to hide my emotions my entire life. What an awful time to find that out. And I just started crying. Not a little bit, not like a respectable one tear, "Oh, he has a heart." Ugly, everything came out. Everything I never cried about before came out. There's a parakeet that died in middle school that I never fully mourned. I was like, "Squawker, no!" Everything came out. Thankfully, one of my groomsmen called me a wuss during the ceremony. Just very quickly went, "Wuss!" And I'm like, oh, he zapped me out of it. And I was like, "Thank you, that is why you guys are here. I need to be a man right now and marry my wife." Stop crying like we're out of ice cream or something.